Do we really need politicians? I'm not saying government. I'm saying these guys. Now, you may like some when they are in power, and hate when others are. So let's think big for a second. Instead of voting for politicians, what if we, as citizens, voted directly on issues, legislation, and policy? Do we really need the middleman? Let's find out. Direct democracy is not new. In ancient Athens, all male citizens over 18 met 40 times a year on this hill to vote directly on laws and policy. But this system was not without flaws. In 399 BC, Socrates was sentenced to death by majority vote for basically saying things the majority of people thought were dangerous. This is one critique of direct democracy. The majority mob will rule with an iron fist over the minority. Majority rule is how democracy works, direct or not. But over the years, we've developed a brilliant solution to protect the rights of all. In Canada, we have the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, in theory guaranteeing certain liberties to all Canadians. The same is true, of course, in the United States, a country where individual liberty is their founding principle. But ask yourself, what provides more liberty to individuals? A system where you vote directly on government policy, or a system where you vote to lock in someone for 4 years to decide the policy for you? Now, I know what you're thinking. People are too stupid to vote for themselves. We need an elite class of experts to decide things for us. Looking past the obvious problem that most of these politicians are good at talking and are otherwise complete idiots, this line of thinking leads to authoritarianism. Not to mention, under our current system, your dumb woke neighbor is already allowed to vote. But I think the reason people are politically stupid is because they are politically repressed. People have no real say outside of voting for representatives who make broad promises to improve their lives. Imagine a society where people can vote directly on legislation. There would be a massive incentive to learn all that you can about the specific thing you're voting for. After all, your vote would really matter and would directly impact your life. This would create a culture that fosters specific, intelligent debates about policy, instead of abstract, emotional debates about the morality of a politician. Overall, we would become less polarized, as people would agree on some policies, but would disagree on others. But how would this direct voting system even work? Nation-states of millions of people can't all gather on a hill and vote by raising our hands. The answer can be found in technology. Imagine a direct democratic system where you could vote from the comfort of your own home with the guarantee that your vote would be counted and couldn't be altered or deleted by someone else. Blockchain technology makes this possible. Since every computer on the blockchain would have to be in consensus, if someone changed your vote on one machine, they'd have to change your vote on every single computer connected to the blockchain, which is impossible. Now, I'm not an expert on blockchain or political science, but I am a person who believes that better is always possible. We don't need to stick with the same democratic system just because it's comfortable. We need to strive for excellence. We are not children who need an elite class to decide how we're going to live. And as much as I'm going to love the era of Polyev ruling Canada, I'd much rather live in an exciting future where politics is an active sport, where we are the players instead of just spectators. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment, subscribe, and watch this video next.